Okay, welcome to DigiModels. My name's Devin. That's my son Christian over there. How you
Hey,
doing?
I'm doing good right now.
Doing well, great. Today I'm just gonna go over various aspects of business and social media marketing, maybe the new OpenAI chat feature, which is pretty neat and interesting. So, right off the bat, we're gonna get into it with YouTube. Um, Second largest, search engine in the world, and everybody is posting videos all the time and watching videos constantly, right? So, right this morning, I've already posted a couple videos. I posted them at the same time so I could try to see like which one is going to do better or not. It's called A/B testing, right? So, posted them at the same time. Um, this one already has 88 views, and this one has 23, and this one has 5 likes. I posted this one last night. It already has 541. Um, this one I posted for my client, and it's already got 677 or 667 views and 7 likes. So that's pretty good. And I've just been consistently posting, kind of decent numbers every now and then. It comes and goes in waves or whatever. So what makes this one different though? This one that got 2,000 organically. This one I used the Adobe Aero for AR, augmented reality, and that's the one with like the NFT, and like it got a lot of responses and views. So right now I'm sitting at 138 subscribers. It did go up to 139. Somebody dropped off though. That's okay. But 7 public watch hours, quite a bit to go. 4,000 needed. So I've been going and creating art a lot with this Dolly labs.openai.com, and then I'll just create prompts and create these interesting pieces of art. These like two of these pieces, like this one here and this one, I made NFTs and I sent free to my the purchaser of my first NFT for Slothy. He's in Thailand. So, and then I even created a story with it using this OpenAI prompt. So now I'm starting to like create the image and then create a little story along with it to give it even more like value and content. You know what I mean? And like this one I did of my friend, and I was just playing around with my dead fellow's head, and it was coming up with all kinds of different things. Um, what what do you think? Did you want to? Let's talk to the bot because this is like what is like all the rage right now. Chat.openai.com/chat. So we can ask it any kind of question. Like, let's start off with what? Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, that's not. What is quantum? Oops. Ah, ah. I can't see. Hold on, my keyboard. I need one of those Bluetooth keyboards, y'all. Hook me up. I missed the T. Quantum. Okay. Entanglement. Okay, and then we'll hit submit. Quantum entanglement is a phenomenon that occurs when two or more particles are generated, interact, or share spatial proximity in a way that such the quantum state of each particle cannot be described independently of the others, even when the particles are separated by a large distance. This means that the state of each particle is inherently tied to the state of the others, even if they are separated by great distance. As a result, measuring the state of one particle can instantaneously affect the state of other particles, a phenomenon that Einstein referred to as a spooky action at a distance. This effect is a fundamental feature of quantum mechanics, and it has been demonstrated experimentally through a variety of different tests. So, like, and then you can even say, that was helpful or not, and then you can say, try again. Like, give me another example. So, I mean, what would you don't have any kind of questions you would ask? Make something up,
um,
please.
w-
Like, what's the size of, or where can I find, or whatever.
yeah.
It can't access the internet.
What's the size of a Neptune rocket?
Rocket?
Yeah.
Talking about something made up?
No.
Neptune's rocket?
No. It's called a Neptune rocket. It's basically like it was a rocket made by NASA.
What is the size of the Neptune rocket? Okay. I'm sorry, but I don't have information about the size of the Nep. Neptune rocket because my training only goes up to
Nah,
2021. What? I mean, when was this? Recent?
probably recent. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Can you ask something more general instead of so specific?
What's the size of an average tree in Colorado?
Jeez, that's even more specific. Oh my god, where do you? Okay, what's the size of the average tree in Colorado?
Yep.
Jesus, son. You're something special. I'll give you that. I'm sorry. What are you asking it, man? All right. How about what's the size of Neptune? That sounds like a cooler question. Neptune is the eighth and farthest known planet from the Sun in the solar system. It is the fourth largest planet by diameter and the third largest by mass. Neptune has a diameter of approximately 50,000 kilometers. It's about 4 times the size of Earth. It's about 17 times more massive than Earth, making the most massive of the ice giants in the solar system. So, I mean, okay. And then you can, like, what is the differential calculus of the solar system? I don't know. I'm making word. I'm just like plugging things together that shouldn't even be plugged in together. The differential calculus of the solar system refers to the study of how the properties of the solar system, such as the positions and velocity of the planets, change over time. This can be studied using mathematical tools from the field of calculus, which is a branch of mathematics that deals with the concept of change and how it relates to functions and the rates of change. In the context of the solar system, this can involve how the positions and velocities of planets change over time, as well as how their orbits evolve and interact with each other. Cool. So give it a shot. Go to chat.openai.com/chat and ask it what questions you have. It's free to everybody. It's like learning from us learning because it's artificial intelligence. So, and you can even ask if it's artificial intelligence or not. It'll say I am, but not or I'm not general artificial intelligence. So I just published this new Get Review blog post. So check it out. Make sure you're signed up at DigiModels, right? So let me just go to my website, digimodels.us. Okay, so right off the bat, saying how bad your website is, and mine's the best. So go down to the bottom, sign up for my using your email, okay, and then subscribe, because then you'll gain access to my membership club, okay, and then you'll be introduced to all the techniques I use and the trends that are going on the internet digitally, the latest YouTube videos, what's trending in social media, search engine optimization and analytics. You know what you can do to optimize your content creation, scheduling, publishing, blogging, and then using artificial intelligence to really maximize your content creation capabilities. So this is really effective for business and such like that. So I've been listening to a few Spotify podcasts. So let me show you some that I listen to. Alex Hormozy, the game with Alex Hormozy. That's one of my favorite. So right off, go get that. Go subscribe to that. Like right now, highly advise it. Next level Facebook ads. That's okay. Sales success stories. It's okay. B2B growth. It's all right. Um, Google Ads is pretty good. I love this one. How to make it's called Smart Agency Masterclass. And then this one as well, Ravi Abuvala show. That one's pretty good. So agency blueprints. I guess some things I kind of pop in and out. Sometimes the brutal truth is pretty good about sales and selling. So I like a lot of sales podcasts. Trying to learn the psychology of the sales funnel and how to get people in it and how to more effectively convert them into paying clients because nobody wants to open their wallet, we know, but sometimes it's good for your brand and you'll not realize what you don't know with the branding, the building of your brand, the promotion of your services and products effectively, and like your area, your geographic area, and then so tailoring keywords and ads specifically for your area is important. unless you're just like a national business to business. So we can facilitate that as well. All right. I've been working with this team called AppMap. I'm trying to reverse engineer this software. So let me show you some software stuff. But I'm trying to help them like fix this issue they've been having. This is starting a container using Docker. Oh, my Docker's not even logged in. It's probably not going to work. Oh, looks like it did. But this is just like this is how a code is, and these are all just a bunch of files with different extensions, and they call each other to do different things. But let me just go more simply to my Java file that I created back in college. So if I show down here, I have these two lines mean it means it's commented out, which this is an actual comment. But up here you'll see like some of the code is actually commented out. That's because we're not trying to use that functionality of the code here. But we are trying to use this that I uncommented out because right off the bat we're starting with you know setting variables, typing them to show like the next input that the user puts in. Let's calculate that. And it uses this using a J option pane, which is like a window, right? We could do it here in the terminal, but let's just show you what it's about. Let me go to run debug. It's going to start up. It's going to probably pop up. Enter yearly interest rate. Right now, there's like 7% interest rates going on for mortgages. It's insane. When like just not long ago, it was like 2, 3%. How many years do you plan on paying? The average mortgage is paid over a lifespan of 30 years, so we'll put 30. And then how much is the loan amount? So, you know, we got approved for $850,000 out here in California. And so if we calculate that using this program, this Java program I made in college, it says the monthly payment will be 5,655 a month. And right now we're paying like 3,200 for rent. So right now is not the optimal time to purchase a home. This you could get it changed because you can refinance the loan later once the interest rates do cool down. So, but the housing like prices haven't really come down to reflect the interest rate rising. So, the market's kind of lagging. There's still a high a demand and a low supply for housing in California. And it's meant to be that way. It's structured by the government, the policymakers. So, it gets political. But anyway, that's how this code works. And, it's pretty cool how you can create, value through functionality. And that's what I'm attempting to do with my business of DigiModels is create software that's usable. And so if you did go back to my website and you see how it loads so fast, right? That's what you want for Google. And if we go to my multiplayer game, the multiplayer game takes a second because it has to start up that container, kind of like we saw with Docker. So it's creating the service. We can go in here and bounce this guy around. This is my dead fella, right? And like some of the parameters I can change, but I really am looking for a software engineer to understand how we can modify my code. So if we go to Linktree and we'll go down to my GitHub, go ahead if you have a question. We can go to Phaser, and this is where the code is located. And so once I, upload this code, oh, maybe this isn't it specifically. I think it was, let me look at all my repos. Repositories, Phaser, examples. It's one of these. Oof, I think it's this one. Phaser template. Okay, so if we go to public, we could see the code actually in here. Let's look at the assets. Um, like this square. Square is so look, there's a picture. That's exactly the picture that falls down in the app. So I mean, if I had, a software engineer to come help me kind of understand more of this code because I branched this from a different code base, somebody that already made it. So if I go to main, the TypeScript file, you'll see that I can configure some of these settings. There's also like some front end settings. Let's see, scenes. Like you should be able to configure like how heavy the gravity is. Like you'll see here, like the square class, the object is being created square, and it's like creating a socket for that instance. And so I like to have a circle there so I can have like more players with different, um, images, like some of my other dead friends and dead fellas. and then maybe even have like bars, like jumping like planes for them to like jump onto, and maybe like a goal at the top or something, just something simple. So, I'm looking for somebody that is interested and just wants to have fun because um, trying to just partner up, not trying to spend a lot of money. We're lean, we're agile, we're small, trying to keep it like a solopreneurship, entrepreneurship. Um, that's really all I have to show off today. Do you have any questions about anything I covered, Christian?
Um, one of the questions I have is so the game you just basically took the code, right? Could somebody else just do that for their own game, or would that be under like copyright?
Good question. Um, so if we go to back to my code base, most of the stuff on GitHub is open source. And if there are licenses, oh, this isn't the GitHub. If there are licenses, it should say it inside of that original repo. And you can even make these private repos so nobody else can access it except the people that you specify. And so look, see, it says it right here that this has been forked from this template, this repo. So you can even see like where I got the code from and how I changed it based on every commit. So there's like massive transparency, right? You can go to any of the previous code bases I've committed and return back to those if you so choose. Like this is the original developer Jazabala, right? And he used this Heroku app template, and he says it's running right here. I think I've even gone to this and it wasn't working. Yeah, see, it's got an error. So I mean, and I've tried contacting him, but you know, I was able to branch this and then configure it to just work on the application infrastructure I have set up. So I've even described how I've set up my own website on here. Let me see if I can find it. SEO, digital marketing, maybe. Okay. Okay, maybe not this one. Give me one moment. Apologies. Let's see, not that one. I might have took it down, but anyway, it describes how I created this. So you know, if I use DigitalOcean.com, and here you can create apps just by hitting this create app. You can create it from a source code repo like GitHub. You just got to click which one is yours. So if any of these are deployable, like automatically instantiated just based on the code, that's called infrastructure as code, then it could, in any of these ways, you could deploy your app without setting up all the infrastructure. Infrastructure is like Ubuntu servers, and that's how I have my WordPress websites done. See these droplets? If I go to create droplet, these are all concepts. I could create all kinds of different operating systems from all different types of, you know, versions if they have them available, like Fedora. And then I could choose like which kind of CPU like optimization I want. If I just want general purpose, have a basic, and like if I wanted to use an SSD, which is much faster than a this other one. Well, they used to have like not solid state drives, but look, this is only $4 a month to host this droplet, which is a server. You can do the same thing on this computer. I could run this Docker desktop. I could install Ubuntu freely because this is all free. These are all free. And then run it as a service from my house. But then people would access it from my external facing IP for my network instead of having this like based in the cloud. If I go to my DigiModels here, you can see I have my IP address of public IP address. Now, if I go copy this and paste this into the browser, it'll take me to my website. See? So whenever I go to my website, essentially all it's doing is navigating the visitor to this IP address, and then it's covering it up with the name. It's called domain name service. So whenever I click it, instead of showing an IP, it just shows my name. Same thing with my clients. Like she has her own IP address. Anybody that accesses this IP can access all the images and text, and that's all the website is. It's just a bunch of images and text. Like this is JavaScript, so it changes based on itself. So you can schedule this way. So lots of capability integration. And this is essentially what we do is provide software as a service to companies and businesses, ranging from website design to content creation of videos to search engine optimization. Whenever we look at the metrics, the demographics, of the geography, how we're acquiring I even check hers, how we're acquiring new visitors, and how our performance checks out on Google search. Have people been searching and clicking? How has it been compared to with ads? How does it compare to the last month? How do people find us through search? These words, these combination of words, she's in the top 5 results for quite a few of these. So that means she's got good SEO, I would say. Search engine optimization. That's all I have to show about that. What's up? Any questions?
No, you answered on mine.
Okay. So that's all. So that repo, getting back to that, that's exactly how it's done. Software developers, they want to show off their code because it helps them get jobs, right? It's freely available. It's like having your own website, except you don't have to know how to make a website. Not all coders know how to make websites. It's not as easy as, coders are meant for coding. They're like, oh, I know this language, and that's all. Like, that's why you have to expand the breadth and depth of your knowledge. You have to.
So
That's why I
you're
have a master's in
saying
cyber. Go ahead.
so you're saying they know the language, but they don't know how to apply it?
They don't know all the back end, like the infrastructure. Like I just showed you with the cloud, how we can just spin up a new Ubuntu server to provide services like WordPress, that hosts like databases like PHP, and you have to stack those on top of each other. Like it's called a lamp. Like imagine a lamp, right? To turn it on, you need it stacked right. That's a Linux, right? That's the L. A is Apache. That's like a web server. It's like a web service. It starts up. Anybody that wants to access the IP address, they can see like Apache. Okay, but you need more than that. So you need MySQL. That's a database. That's going to host all the images and all the text that you apply. And then PHP MyAdmin. That's an administrative access control. That's so you can have admin access to configure your website, and while restricting the visitors to only be able to view read only mode. Right. So um, that's called LAMP. Linux, Apache, MySQL, PHP, my admin. That's exactly how I have my. And then you install WordPress on top, which is free. And then once you do that, then you can install plugins like I have, which give you all those cool templates, all these great fonts, colors. So you're creating an experience. The visitor user experience. It has to be good. They want to go somewhere they can trust, that it looks professional, right, and that it's capable, it's functional. Just like my client's website, they can go there and schedule a time and a place to get their dog's teeth cleaned for that amount. It's black and white, and they can do it themselves, and then boom, it's done, and it's business. It's an exchange of business for goods. That's what money's for. It's an exchange. It's just a tool. It's like you want to get things right. You have to use that tool to get things of what you desire, to help your life, your quality of life, and your experience. So, all of it stacked together. That's how it works. We do all of that solution development and integration at DigiModels.us, and we also do the backend search engine optimization configuration and content creation for video. And you can see we get good results. So I highly recommend our services. Special right now, $50 for free of ad spend for the month of December from the 15th to the 31st for anybody interested, for your personal business and building your brand. And our monthly the sale this month for small businesses will be $200 a month for the next year. But you have to act now, or else in January the deal's cut off and we're back to our high price model for enterprise only. So I appreciate you tuning in, Christian. Do you have any final thoughts?
No, I don't.
All right. Well, take care. Good luck.